before I proceed with this video, I should warn you, it's going to be a yapping session. We're going to be talking about, it's now finally the time where we should start considering selling our skins. And a quick answer, yes. We were anticipating summer peaks for like the past 2 months. As you can see here, one of the many videos we've had where we've been talking about, you know what guys, soon enough, we're about to see skin prices reaching brand new all-time highs. And of course, great time to consider selling, especially knowing that in just 2 months time from now, inevitably it will be October time, it will be the autumn fall seasonal dip, and we know as we go through October time, a lot of skins tend to drop off real bad and reach brand new rock bottom prices. So the quick gist of it is, well, if prices are high right now, why not consider selling now, wait 2 months, and then buy the same skins back again for a cheaper price and still walk away with some sweet delicious profit. Sounds good? So of course, we'll be referencing certain other skins we've mentioned previously in the previous summer progress videos. We'll also be highlighting and showcasing to you some useful tools that will help you to be able to identify, you know what, maybe it is a perfectly fine time to consider selling our skins right about now. SCMM has a very useful page that I want to showcase to all of you that I think a lot of you are going to greatly appreciate, all right? So, brace yourselves, sit back, relax, it's time to yap. Good day, Rusk enjoyers. Hope to relax, it's time to have ourselves another summer progress video. So, as you might recall, over the past couple months, yes, we've been keeping track of all the skins. We noticed prices were improving very nicely as we went through May and June time. But then we also realised, hang on a minute, there's another June dip. And to be honest with you, I still don't know why there are June dips. I still don't know what happened last year. I don't really know what happened this year. Maybe prices just rose up too quickly. It's too soon. Meh. If you've got a solid idea, maybe you could offer your opinion. I guess the main answer is because we had the summer sale. And people are like, you know what, I can sell some skins real quickly, get some wallet, and buy some cheap games. That's probably the best answer we can give to you. But of course, more time has passed, and now we really are noticing prices are improving. Now, for some people, you're probably hoping for some really big, fat, insane profits. You're not going to see it really that much, but I will be pointing out certain skins that have been rising up very, very nicely, okay? So, as I said, previously we did notice quite the dip, but I've also kind of been keeping track of things, so funnily enough, if we noticed prices were dropping off, I was like, guys, you know what? You should be expecting these to rise up ever so nice as we do eventually go through August time. And you never know, we might see certain collection continuations appearing, I'm just saying. Also, I noticed my my mouse isn't here. All right, let's just correct that. Can you see him now? Ta-da! Oh, wow, look at that. I always do this. Anyway, yes. Hazma Armor Door was put on display right there. And we're like, guys, surely, ha ha ha. Well, guess what? And maybe there might be another skin to show off today. But yes, I was pointing out certain weapon skins, pay-to-win skins. Are they actually doing good? Well, I'll tell you in a bit. Did the player count turn out to be quite all right? Did we see a lot of people turning up? Because in theory, if more people are playing, more demand for skins, higher skin prices. And, well, if the prices are high, good time to sell, right? So, yeah, cool. And in my recent predictions video, I have been kind of highlighting the market cap section in SCMM a whole lot more as of recent. So, well, let's switch over to here and point out, here's the current rush store. Ta-da! A pretty interesting batch of skins, I do say so myself. But let's also point out, with the recent months, we've actually had a pretty decent turnout. But the peak player counts for the past 3 months have been, it's been June. The peak of the peaks has been June. And yeah, we had a lot of people turning up. It was very nice to see. Now, awkwardly, July 4 swipe, that was, July 4 weekend. So, yeah, I guess not enough Americans were going to turn up for that. But to my surprise, even with a fairly interesting batch of updates, so yep, we had the power trip update, which was quite nice. Yeah, so much power and whatnot, heavy fuses and the likes, lots of little fixes and quality of life changes, but only so many people turned up for it. Still good, but not going to lie, I certainly was hoping for better. And I should also ask you, the viewer, especially the North Americans, are kids going back to school now? Because I know in Europe, I believe kids are out of school until at least September. So feel free to comment below, would be nice to know. But average player count has been doing steadily better and better. I am led to believe, though, this month it might only just about match up or do slightly better compared to July. Maybe even slightly less. Yes, it's down a fair bit at the moment, but for the first few days of this month, nothing was going on. We had to wait until August 6th to finally have the update and the force wipe and whatnot. Right, get the idea. Cool. So, all right, well, that's that. But inevitably, do not forget, whilst everything here looks very nice for this year, not a single month has gone below 100,000 for the average player count. I will remind you, look at August last year, look at September last year. That's quite the drop. Yes, that is in fact quite the drop. And you can even see it the year before as well. So here's August 2024, here's September 2024. Oof. So how bad is September 2026 going to be? And it's that period of time where we should start to notice prices starting to drop off. I will say though, with last year, we did notice quite a lot of skins peaking at around the end of August, which is a bit odd, but if you've got an older skin that's been around for at least a couple of years, you should check its sales history just to confirm how things have happened in the past, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let's now start going through some of the skins. Boom. Here's your front page on the Rusty market as of now. And as you'll notice, yeah, it's the usual suspects. Pay-to-win skins, Heat Seeker, we've got Olympus right there. If I was to refresh again, we'll probably see some Whiteout skins. Now, you've got Snow Camo, though. If I go to, like, page 2, what do I see? Oh, Pirate Collection, that's so cool. And look, Optimized, a very nice-looking Revolver. Another pay-to-win Revolver. You know what? I'm actually quite surprised we don't have Whiteout near the first few pages. Oh, there's Hazma Armador. Wow. Anyway, so, first things first. For the past few videos, I have been highlighting the mummy wraps. Now, these have been brought back every single Halloween ever since they were first introduced a good few years ago. They sell for $4 a piece. And, well, no, isn't it $6? Well, you know what you can do? You can go to SCMM, you can just search for mummy wraps like so. So, mummy wraps, do-do-do-do-do. Can you show me? Thank you very much. And if you look to the left side here, I was wrong. It's like £4 my currency, but it's $6 each time. They first appeared back in 2020, and they have been brought back every single year. But let me tell you this. We have seen some rumblings on commits that it looks as if we're going to get another batch, another brand new batch of Halloween DLC. Quite literally, a Halloween costume, a Halloween garlands pack, and some torches and whatnot. In theory, maybe we'll probably see some things being phased out. If this were to be phased out, I wouldn't be surprised that rises up in price ever so nicely. But of course, I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, yeah, I picked up a whole bunch of them. I bought 50 straight for the Rust store last Halloween, and I picked up a lot with Barders. Have I been selling some? Yes. Have I sold a lot? No. So, back over to here, let's go take a look at all those mummy wraps on display. Get a good look at that. Yep, look at that. Now, I certainly was hoping that I'd be able to sell these for the optimal profit, the absolute best profit, but I kind of had to, I have to start making a move at some point. I have to do something, because inevitably, well, other people might start doing stupid things. What's the one thing we're always concerned about? People dumping, unloading all of their stock, making big fat walls. Yep. So as much as I'd like to reminisce and talk about the past and sit here and say, oh yeah, you used to be able to sell these for like $11 and whatnot, I don't think I'll be able to do that this year. I feel like it's finally gotten to the point where now that there's other people involved in this, now that there's other people taking part in this, yeah, there's just too many people trying to sell their mummy wraps. So now I'm like, all right, well, I got to start selling. So how should you approach in trying to sell your skins if you happen to have a lot of them? Now, you don't have to follow me, but I will kind of try to help you out in trying to get like the best profits you can. Just sell them in small batches and that's it. That's it. So I've sold 6 mummy wraps in 2 days. How did I do that? I listed 3 per day. That's it. The price wasn't negatively affected. Things just move on ever so nicely. As you notice, I noticed a pair of stone tools there that seemed to have been manipulated. Ooh. But anyway, yeah, I've sold 3 a day. I have made a bit of profit. I'm certainly not going to complain about that. But yes, I'm just going to have to sit here and say, you know what? Maybe $2.50, $3 profit's good enough per mummy wrap. and I'll just have to move on. And again, I'll clarify, I did have over 70 of these, so might as well get the profit whilst I can. And yep, I traded over the skins from one account to another. All's good. But let me also point that out, because yes, one of the measures I was using previously was just looking at my inventory. Well, that's probably not the best thing to do, especially if you're always buying certain skins and trading skins over and whatnot. Just to point out, I actually don't have that much money on this account. I actually haven't been buying that much. Yeah, I get the occasional skin here and there, but, you know, it's been very, very slow these past several weeks. So if you're going to sit there and say, oh, Hedge, you just bought more. No, not with this account. Not with hardly any money. So, yes, I can confirm I have been improving in this regard as well. I have been keeping track. So as you'll notice, things were looking pretty good at the very beginning of the year. Then we dip around March. Then we have a very nice rise all the way through May and into June. And then we had the June dip. And now things are doing better, but not as good as where we were here. There's a fairly decent chance that maybe the best prices for the quote-unquote summer actually happened in June. I know, that's annoying to hear, isn't it? After Hedge yapped and yapped and yapped so much in regards to how most of the best prices happen usually between July and August. I know, I do apologise. But I did sell back there. I did say back then you could sell around here, it should be right. Again, for next year, keep an eye on prices then around the end of May, early June 2027. Maybe it probably would be smart to sell around here. Just saying. We're learning things, all right? But also, that's just my inventory. You might want to learn from the past by just looking at skins in general and just seeing how they were, you know, like here and here. And then look at the last year. Look at last year's behaviour. Again, you'll see some nice rising initially. Dips a bit, rises, dips, and then does very good towards the end of August. Am I going to sit here and wait until the end of August and then try and sell my mummy wraps? No. Because inevitably it does drop off and it gets real bad. So, yeah, I don't want to sit around and wait forever. I've learned from the past, and I'm learning from this year. It appears far too many people just involved with this. With older skins, unfortunately, that can happen. But it is mainly with items such as this, because you can always buy more. With every Halloween, more can come into existence, which can then lead more of them appearing on the Steam market. You don't see that with skins, do you? So that is a fair bit different. But it used to be a very nice and reliable thing to buy in Halloween and then wait till next summer and sell them for some sweet, delicious profit. I'm still getting profit, just not as much compared to previous years. So perhaps I won't be buying some this Halloween. We'll see how that goes. So, alright, cool. I guess that's the resolution for that. But now, I did point out in a previous video, I just so happened to highlight a certain armoured door, didn't I? Yes, indeed. And I was like, oh, yeah, surely that'd be nice. People would greatly appreciate that appearing. It happened. It appeared. We got Hazma armoured door. Yummy! But, you know how I was talking about people who like to dump and unload all of their stock? Yeah, you know exactly what I'm going to bring up. SCMM's a little bit broken at the moment, so it hasn't actually got the brand new Rust door, but I can showcase to you all the Hazma skins. And you'll notice the garage door, it's doing better. You'll notice the sheep door, it's doing better. But the Easter garage door, how come you're still slightly below your... What? Hang on a minute, why aren't you in the green? Why aren't you in the positive? So what happened was, unfortunately, a lot of people decided to unload all of their stock. And this was stuck. This was doing bad. This was not looking very pretty. But I guess me complaining or just pointing this out has actually led to a lot of those people removing their big fat walls. They're gone. That actually now has a chance to actually improve. Now, unfortunately, Hazma armor doors come and gone from the Rust door. If only there was something else that could come out that could give us a lovely, wonderful boost. You know, for the armor door as well. You know, if only there's something that could appear in another Rust door over the course of August time that could just bring a massive smile on our faces. Not only for the people who just want to have maybe, I don't know, man, another deplorable sorts, maybe a double door, you know, for us the investors as well to just have lots of smile. Oh, look at that. Hold up. Another attempt for Hazma Sheepman a double door. Why is she so smug? What? I want to go in there too. Don't brush me off. I need to get in. So yes, more Hazma skins are being produced. If we were to see a sequel again, what do you reckon's going to happen? Well, I just said it with the armoured door here. When that appeared, these two happened to shoot up in price very nicely. So inevitably, we still have some very nice, very potentially lovely positive highs to reach. So if I could go over to here to the sheet metal door. Before we saw the armoured door being accepted, this was already doing good. Of course, you know, we're going through the summertime, we're expecting prices to improve. But imagine also having a nice spike on spike in price when a new skin appears. Oh, I wouldn't know how that behaves. Oh, no, it looks like that. Whoa. So as I said, it was already getting there, it was already starting to do better, and then it shoots up and it starts to, well, it's at a brand new high level. It was comfortably selling over $6 for a while. It has cooled off a bit. But I'm talking about a few listings that have gone below. If we were to see that sheet metal double door, I think things might work out quite all right. What do you reckon? But then again, that is quite a high price. So switching back over to here, to the Easter garage door, yes, that's a holiday themed skin. But you know what? Consider this. I wouldn't be surprised if the skin creator tries and does a Halloween Hazma. And what if that gets accepted? I wouldn't be surprised if the skin creator considers making a Christmas Hazma. And what if that gets accepted? Valentine's? Lunar New Year? Easter 2? 2. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. The Hazma collection might grow as a separate collection, but, like, that's still technically Hazma. And you might have holiday Hazma skins on the horizon. So, it's doing better now. And now it actually might be able to rise up in price. So, just point that out. Unfortunately, it was badly affected by people just unloading all of their stock. But if you try and avoid that, if you try and be smart about things, you know, if you try and be sensible and patient, you can walk away with better profit. And ideally, that's what you want, right? You want to have the best profit. So yeah, that suffered. Certain other skins also suffered recently because other options became available. And yes, I've just noticed, what are you doing? No, that's not how you do it. Bad. Remove that now. Anyway, yeah. Olympus Revolver. Unfortunately, a certain other revolver appeared. Unfortunately, a certain other revolver appeared with a transparent aim sight. It wasn't as good, but it was another transparent aim sight revolver. So I remember sitting here and saying, guys, we're probably not going to see another revolver for a very long time. This clearly doesn't, it clearly does not compare to Old Part Revolver and this Olympus Revolver. This should still be doing all right. Why is it dipping? You should grab some whilst you can, you know. Well, I can't confirm it's gone back over $7. It is improving, but it isn't necessarily back to where it was. I mean, it's not too far off from that, but it is going back up again. So yes, it dips, it suffers for a while, kind of collects itself. Now it's kind of starting to want to improve. All right, give it another couple of weeks. Let's see how it is over the course of the next 2 weeks as we reach the end of August. Maybe it might be better. Maybe it might be reaching a brand new all-time high. Maybe another Olympus skin could be accepted. Who knows? We'll see. But it is expected that that's going to just keep gradually going up in price regardless. So as long as we don't see another revolver with that amount of transparency, well, people want the best. People want the best advantages. They're very likely to just keep slowly rising up in price, gradually, little by bit by bit. So maybe it might not reach a proper good price until January 2027, for example, or the summer of 2027. This is the annoying thing. We have to sit here and question, should I hold on to these for a little bit longer? Should I wait it out? There could be better profit. If I just sit here and wait, there could be better profit. I'll just never sell. Well, you know what? I did sell. I have sold some. So if I go over to here, Olympus. Yeah. So I sold a batch. I was like, you know what? There's some pretty good profit right now. Maybe I could try my best and try and pick some of these up during October time. I thought I'd just give it a shot. So if I also go look at all the revolvers in general, I still believe I've got 140 heat seeker revolvers. I've still got 60 of the old pirate revolvers. Yeah, I've sold a portion, but not every single one. I can sell chunks, so post-Christmas and just a few months' time, Christmas is getting closer. Maybe I'll sell half of these. And then next year's summertime, maybe I'll sell half then. Until I get to a point where I've probably got 2 left. But the heat seekers, they're very special. I get the feeling they could go up much higher. I'm going to hold on to these for a little bit longer. And the reason for that will be something I'll talk about in a second, because a certain Heatseeker weapon skin has been doing phenomenal. All right, so, ooh. So yeah, I was like, you know what, okay, I should get some profit. At the very least, with what I've sold so far, I believe would pay off for everything I bought so far. Bought from, you know, the Rust store, the Olympus revolvers. So I can't lose from here now. I can't lose. I can't lose, chat. It's all good now. So everything I sell is now a certified profit. All right, you know, that's a nice positive way of thinking. So, cool. And as I said, I can easily just trade the skins to another account, sell them here, get this maxed out. All right, then I could grab all the skins from this account and then move it over to another account. And then sell everything there, max it out, just keep on moving. So yeah, that's the plan. I want to max out all my accounts again, and then I can do so much more buy orders. Wonderful, wonderful, yes. So cool. But of course, we have this brand new optimized revolver. Get a good look at that. And yes, it's selling very nicely. 115 is sold the past 24 hours. It's reached up to $4. Oh no, look what's starting to happen. Some people just simply cannot stop themselves from trying to dump, can they? Unfortunately, that's going to happen. Unfortunately, it will then put you in a position of, right, well, what do I do now? It doesn't hurt to consider just waiting it out a little bit longer. It doesn't hurt to consider waiting until January 2027, you know? Some of you probably can't afford that. I'm sorry. All right, then, you know what? Profit is profit, and that sold for $2.49. Well, right now it's listed at $4. It's a nice profit, but if you can afford to wait, maybe wait it out until at least January time. Maybe by then, I'll probably push up to about $5 or $6. That would be better, wouldn't it? Is it that much better that you're more than happy to wait out for it? That's for you to consider. That's for you to answer for yourself. So, I can afford to wait, but I have already sold some skins here and there, so all right, cool. Look, I know we haven't seen Temple Hoodie and Pants or Tier 2, all right? But it's not a clever idea to do something like this. Now, I know you're going to sit and say, but yeah, but if we don't get any collection continuations, what's the point? What do you mean, what's the point? That's still probably the most affordable, good, green Tier 3 armor that we can afford, you know? And honestly, if you avoid doing things like this, it would gradually get bought out. The prices would steadily improve and do better and better and better. And there's no better example of this than Flashbacks, because you have both the hoodie and the pants. What do you mean? What So for a very long time, there's a certain individual, and I do have a video talking about him. You know who he is, you can comment below. But yes, there's a certain individual that must have bought about 2,000-3,000 of these, and he just kept on dumping and dumping and dumping and dumping and dumping. He would not stop. And we knew his name because in the past, when you like made a purchase, when you made like a sale, you could see who bought it, who sold it. Yeah, there was always a certain person who was always selling these. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get across is, if you keep doing things like this, it's going to end up more like the hoodie. The hoodie struggled to rise up in price because, again, someone kept dumping and dumping and dumping. Whereas in contrast with the pants, oh, that's just been doing great for a very long time. That is right now sitting at $9. Now, good, 2 months ago it was actually pushing up to $10+, but you see how it's just been steadily going up and up and up and up. Whereas when you look at the hoodie, it's only recently like improved. And I'm very much led to believe this is when a certain individual stopped dumping. It finally got to rise up in price. So yes, if you're the individual trying to unload all of your Temple face masks, I will sit here and tell you it's a lot smarter to just hold on to them and wait. But I want money now. So other things. That's my answer. Yeah, you're only ruining your own potential profit. Like, as we go through August now, with prices expected to do better and better, I mean, like, you remove that, we're going back over $3 again. It's looking very thin afterwards. And again, you'll sit there and say, why? Because not everybody can afford Forest Raiders. Over to Forest Raiders we go. And I can confirm to you, if we were to remove all the deplorables, $430 for all the clothing and the armor. $430. Just the tier 3 here? Oh yeah, it's about $50. Temple tier 3, about $5. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People are going to look for other cheaper options. You're only ruining your own potential profits, so for your consideration. I also own a bunch of them. I'm not rushing to sell them. I can sit and wait. But then again, I also realise, you know what? You're not like me. I'm not like you. I have too many skins. I have my own stupid problems to deal with. Chances are you only have so many skins and only so much of a budget. Fair enough. But again, don't unload everything at the same time. Not smart. Not smart. So, cool. We've had some nice examples. And yeah, maybe eventually Temple Tier 3 ends up like this. It does a whole lot better and potentially has so much more room to grow. Keep an eye on this, I'm telling you. Anyway, lovely stuff. But you know what? You should also look at the current Rust store. There's plenty of other options out there. You know, there's plenty of things that could be nice to invest into. I've already made reference with last week's Rust store. Hazma armor door, that's probably a good shout right about now, especially with a sheet metal double door on the horizon. I know we had Popstar Summer, but you know what? To be honest with you, it's Anime Summer. Anime Summer 2026. 63 have sold the past 24 hours. Yes, you can start to see some people clumping up and whatnot, but if we see that sheet metal double door, I expect that to vanish. Gone. You saw what happened to the sheet metal door. It was improving, and then it just went, because a lot of people bought it all out. And the price is maintaining reasonably at the moment because it's got the demand still. So, just saying. You know, whilst we're here, how is Popstar doing? Because we have had a bit of a drought. Can't confirm though, we are still seeing some more interesting skins being posted. But yeah, it's doing alright. But the majority of skins are doing perfectly fine. A-okay, no complaints here. But again, at some point it was going to stop. Maybe at certain points randomly in the future we'll see the occasional random Popstar skin being accepted here and there. I cannot confirm to you right now if it's actually like stopped with the acceptances. But I can confirm the skin creator is still trying. You know, you had the cute bucket helmet. I'm sure a lot of people would greatly appreciate that. Lovely stuff. Very lovely. Yes, yes. What about the small backpack? I know for a fact that would sell like crazy if that got accepted. I know you want it. You'd buy it. I know you would. Shut up. But of course we also have, we're making, I'm lost for words. I like what I see. A pay to win. Popstar. SKS. Say no more. Yes, please. Gimme. Yes. We're now making a return to weapon skins again, so that'd be nice. That'd be sweet. Cool. So, yep, Skin Creator has been slowly improving the designs, updating it and whatnot. It's nice to see. But at some point, I reckon the frequent acceptances is going to make a stop, and I guess the Skin Creator might have to start considering making a different collection. And again, we thought that was going to happen last year after the bed, because the bed, after this, for about half a year, nothing was being accepted. And then randomly, Face Puncher's like, oh, I like the MP5, add a jackhammer, and she would do it, and then, yeah. So, cool. That's a nice thing to consider. But, in the current Rust store we have over to here, we got some pretty cool looking skins. We still have 2 more days until this rotates out. That garage door's doing good. We've also got the first ever small backpack skins. But in my recent predictions video, I was like, nah, not them. We have far too many garage doors, and there'll be so many more being added at some point later this year as well. It's inevitable. Cool looking skin though. I mean, if you like it, buy it for yourself. You know, treat yourself and whatnot. But as an investment, I'm still a bit hesitant. There will be a lot more small backpack skins. You know there will be. So as much as these do look cool, there will be a lot more cool ones on the horizon as well. The one skin I felt really confident in is the Valkyrie Thompson. And I have to talk about their very interesting, design, because all they've got is basically transparency in the side panels. That's it. The side panels aren't transparent there. Oh, they are here now. Oh, there you go. Just having transparency right here makes it so much more valuable. And you're going to sit there and say, why? I don't know. You can't have that panel being fully transparent. I think the Skin Creator did try, by the way. If I can recall, he went for an extra cut version. There you go. Yeah, you can't have that. If you saw my video with the Global Warfare Twitch drops, where how like Fancy was going to get a design like this made because he'd have more leniency, it's Twitch drops. If you make a design that actually has a good reason for there to be holes right there, maybe they could get away with it. They were close, but they got told no. Anyway, the maximum amount of transparency you can have is the side panels, and to my surprise, when I thought about it, we actually don't have that many Thompsons with the side panel transparency. And when I looked at the recent ones that got accepted, oh my, they have risen up in price very, very nicely. So this is where we're going to now talk about not anime or anything, but Thompsons. Early this year, after almost a full 7 days, I was looking at this HellCore Thompson. I had just done my abnormal bilders, and I was like, guys, how has this only reached about 12,000 subscribers? Because that's what happened. Last year, during Heatseeker Summer 2025, we saw a Heatseeker Thompson being accepted, and I saw that as doing very well up during, or rather back during, post-Christmas 2026. I was like, guys, okay, look, it's priced at $4. So again, this is me talking back in January, February time. It's priced at $4, but I kid you not, I really wouldn't be surprised if that rises up very nice in the future. I bought 50 of them. I've sold 25, and I have made some sweet, delicious looking profit. Right now it's $13, but a couple days ago it was actually $15. I think someone must have bought out a bunch of the stock, and it reached up to about $15. But yeah, this has just gone. What? It's sold for $4, and very, 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 very recently it was selling for more than $15. From 4 to 15 in half a year. What? And again, it's this trend, it's this pattern. People like transparent Thompsons. And I know we have Twitch drops. I have definitely talked about this, don't you worry. I've talked about it in the recent predictions video. In fact, some of you are probably sitting there right now going, oh, you talked about this again. Yeah, but it's an interesting thing to talk about, you know. But yeah, only 12,700 subscribers. Over here, Heatseeker, 33,687 subscribers. Like, you had to jump onto that. By the way, I think it was March. Sorry about that, but the point still remains. Wow. But yes, earlier this year, everyone got this for free. Oh, wow. XKev's amazing looking Thompson, which also happens to have transparency right here. Well, and of course, last year we also happen to have Junins and Sir Winters. We get these very nice looking Thompsons for absolutely free with transparency as well. And yet these marketable ones, they just shoot up in price insanely. I hope my Heatseeker revolvers end up like this one day. I'd be very, very, very happy. What? I didn't buy any of these Thompsons straight from the Rust store, and it haunts me. It haunts me. This has had an insane year. But again, I have to talk about the fact that it's taken a year to get to this point. So if you're looking at this Thompson that's in the Rust store right now, you very likely have to hold on to it for a year to really notice some actual good prices to sell at. And you never know, FacePunch might turn around and accept more transparent Thompsons in Rust stores. I'm just saying, after seeing what's happened with the skins you see here, it is madness. It is insanity. So what I'm trying to get across is, even with these brand new Rust stores we have, after you've sold a lot of skins, potentially, after you've made some sweet, delicious profit, maybe it might be a nice thing to consider looking at some of the skins in the Rust stores. Maybe it might be a nice thing to consider watching the predictions videos. I'm just saying. I do have like a specific chapter towards the very end, the conclusion chapter. We could just skip ahead to that and listen in as I talk about what I personally believe will be the best investments of the week. But yes, I was definitely all in with that Thompson, that HellCore Thompson, and I'm very happy that I bought in because I've been making lovely, lovely profit, which you can actually see over to here because I have in fact sold some over here. Look, HellCore Thompson, hey! And some HellCore SARS, just because I can. I have quite a lot of them. It's all right, cool, yep. I've been putting an effort in. I'll try and test the water, see if I can sell some things, and I can. I can sell right now. You can sell right now. It's up to you, though. Start looking at your inventories. Start making considerations. And now, this is where I want to showcase to you the market cap section in SCMM to just try and help you out in regards to figuring out, should I sell now? Does it make sense? Do you need a little bit of a push? And a little bit of justification? Well, let's go ahead. So, yep, here's my inventory. I have a ridiculous amount of skins. I don't mean to brag, but you can see that. You can, yeah. So if I was to kind of sit here and question, you know what? Do I want to start selling my biskins? Do I want to start selling my biskins? To be honest with you, a lot of the skins I have are fairly, recent, I'll say. But I do have the occasional ones from the past. Oh, there you go. You got the garage door, got the sheep in the door. I've got the furnace. All right, that's cool. Right, well, let's go to SCMM. And if you hover over here to the side, you'll notice we have some extra things to the side. I want to specifically look at market cap. This section is going to be pretty interesting because it's going to help you kind of realize, you know what, this particular skin's doing very nicely at the moment. Maybe it is a good time to start considering selling. So, you know that predictions video I just showcased you a second ago? That is what it looked like about 2.5 weeks ago when I recorded that video, okay? Look and see, market cap was at 194,000, almost 195,000. That was 2.5 weeks ago, towards the end of July. Look at it now. Yeah, that's improved. And the daily volume of sales, the money, you know, that's doing good as well. But if I could refresh, let's see if it updates. I was actually showcasing this in another previous video, the fridge video I just posted. Yep, scientific fridges. Could we see that turn into an interesting collection? Can't confirm right now as I'm sitting. Oh, it's gone down a bit. Ah! But overall, it's been improving steadily. It's been doing very, very nice. But yes, we're actually here today looking for all the brand new skin submissions. Can't confirm. Interesting things are starting to appear. So it's not just the sheet meta double door that could appear that could potentially lead to some very interesting rising in price. We might have a brand new fridge collection on the horizon. Well, you never know. We might see some interesting buck helmets being accepted. We might see some pretty interesting hoodie and pants tier 2 or tier 3 being accepted. I'm just saying. So always keep an eye out. Hedge is on Hedge is on stream every single week, every Monday, looking at the workshop, looking at all the brand new potential skins that might appear. So yeah, doing it right now, and in a bit I'll be recording some more short videos. Lovely. Right, anyway, so back to where we were. Market cap. My example was I want to take a look at the Abyss skins. Abyss. I type right here. There you go. Right, so what information do we see? What do we have? You know what? Maybe I'll just hide my face for a real quick second just so you can see everything. Ta-da! Right, so I'm seeing in the past 30 days a lot of green, a lot of positivity, a lot of gains. Honestly, if you're wanting to sell your skins, you should care more about the past 30 days. And of course, just over a month ago, we had the worst of the June dip. The beginning of June, that is where it was at its worst. But with it now being like almost 2 weeks into August, you can clearly see it's only been improving with all the skins you see here in the Abyss collection. Now, I'll just clarify, you cannot search specifically for a collection here, so you might see the occasional other sort of skin that just happens to have Abyss in the name, like Abyss vending machine here. I mean, even that's doing good, so you know. Alright, cool. So, I can only see positivity. I can only see improvement. Right now is probably a very good time to consider selling right about now. But you know what? As we inevitably go through October time, as we inevitably go through the autumn-fall seasonal dip, in contrast, if I see everything going down real bad, that would mean it'll probably be a great time to, you know, buy. So we will go back to this in the future, and we will be making a big fuss about wanting to make some investments. So, just to confirm, just to clarify, if it's all in the green, if it's all doing good, great time to sell. But if it's all in the red, if it's all going down real bad, great time to buy. Does that make sense? Market cap, very useful. You should keep an eye on it. By default, I believe it just shows off like the skins that get the most attention. In fact, oh, there you go. Yep, so I've got Forest Raiders, Whiteout and whatnot. Is it the most valuable? Is it the skins that have the most like changes? Is it the skins that have the most... Oh, I guess it's like they have a significant chunk of the market cap. I don't know fully, but you know what I'm trying to say. Quite some valuable skins indeed. Do you notice how all of them are doing very, very, very good? Yep, the super valuable skins are doing perfectly fine. What's another collection I could probably go take a look at? Hazma. Yeah, let's go take a look at Hazma. Well, I actually noticed some of the skins here aren't exactly doing the best. Oh no. But then again, that literally just came out. It literally just came out, so I can't really judge it. Hazma. Oh, Hazmat. Okay, there you go. So again, you know how I said just a second ago, when you type something in, you're going to get some other things appearing. There you go. So I've got Hazma Sheep with a Door, up 10%. I've got Hazma Garage Door, up 3.8%. I've got Hazma Egg Garage Door, up 7%. Overall, they are doing better. Yes, as of recent, it might not be doing super great, but you see this right here? Why did it go down pretty badly in the past 7 days? It's because the Armor Door appeared. So it shot up, and then in the past week, it's gone down a fair bit because, you know, it's not... That's not the Rust anymore, so yeah. But we might see the sheep in the door. Oh, yeah. So, do you understand how useful this is? It'll also point out to you here, like, oh, wow, did you notice how this has suddenly gone up in price today by quite a lot? Did you notice how this has dropped off quite a fair bit today? No, it'll keep you informed of such things. It's nice to know. In this particular instance, though, this will probably keep you nice and aware of things that are getting pumped. Why has Trapdoor suddenly gone up in price? I wonder. Right then, chat, do you have any ideas of what else we could look at? Redemption Collection. I've just recently talked about how we got a very interesting large backpack in the Rusthelp right now, and I did make a massive fuss how the whole collection's in the green. It's red Hedge. No, shut up. It's cranberry red hot, you know, but it's steadily improving and doing better and better. And wow, look at all the green. Wow, look at all the positivity in the past 30 days. Except you, except you, Python. You've let everybody down. You're bad. But yeah, everything else, yep, good. Up 26% for the handmade LMG. Oh, I wonder why. It's because it's got a very useful pay-to-win name site. Oh, yes. Lovely. So yeah, if I'm only seeing some very nice high gains like so, yes, now's probably the time to consider selling. If I could just quickly interrupt, I should also point out on Rusthelp as well, they do have some pretty interesting things to show off, and there will be more things added in the near future. I have seen what the admin's currently working on and whatnot, but in terms of like market performance here, and I'm not sure if this is going to be super helpful, but it does kind of give you a good idea in regards to like certain periods of time where we see a lot of skins being sold. And oh, there you go, that's post-Christmas, this past post-Christmas. And well, is that going to really make that much difference to you right now? Not really. But as I said, interesting new things will be added, especially if you're looking for potential nice investments, quick flip profits. What might that be? Keep an eye on Rusthelp. So let's switch back. So I'll just look around. What other skins do I have? What other notable collections might I have? Oh, I don't know. I'll just keep looking. Oh, Heatseeker. Yeah, I've got some Heatseeker bolt-action rifles. Oh, if only we didn't see the Rainbow Pony one appear. Oh. Right, so back over to here. Let's go take a look at the market cap. Let's go take a look at Heatseeker. Because I have noticed a lot of the pay-to-win weapon skins have been bought out as of recent. They've been doing better and better. Thompson, though, wow, you've actually dropped off a fair bit recently. Really? Even though you've steadily increased so much? Apparently so. Heatseeker by action rifle. Ooh, but you're doing good. Thumbs up. You know what? Maybe not the Thompsons specifically right now, but the MP5, the SAR, yeah, they've been doing great. They've been doing wonderful. They've been doing splendid. In fact, let me go ahead and showcase to you right now. All-time peak prices, Hedge. You kept yapping on about that. Let's go take a look at Heatseeker MP5. Let's go take a look at you. So I just noticed you've been doing pretty good this past 30 days. Let's go turn on my Steam inventory helper extension. Let's give this a good look. Oh, look at that. It's already spoiling it. I can confirm to you, this actually managed to surpass $5 at one point, but since then it has kind of cooled off. Basically, people noticed, they're like, oh, no, profit, unload all stock. I've kind of already gone over this, haven't I? Yes. If you avoid doing stupid things like that, the price should still steadily increase. The best example of me approaching such a thing is selling my mummy wraps, which I talked about a little bit earlier. But yep, get a good look at that. It has been doing very, very good, but now it's starting to cool off a fair bit. Bit of a shame, but you can see, even though we did have a June dip, it still went up. So yes, skins did reach brand new all-time highs during the summertime, but maybe we're not going to see that happen again for a while now. Again, it's other people's behaviour. And unfortunately, there's a lot of other people out there that have no idea what they're doing. Don't want to sound mean, but you can see the mistakes they've made that led to everybody else suffering. Don't be like them. Try and avoid that. The more people I inform of such things, the better, I guess you could say. You know, if everybody stops being stupid, then we can all be happy. Yippee! Right, so yeah, that's cool. Hey, you know what? Yeah, that's getting a little bit too pricey. People are going to look around and say, yeah, well, you know what? I need to buy another MP5. I can't afford that. No. Even though there's Twitch drops available right now that came out earlier this year. Now I need a marketable one. Give me a HellCore MP5. All right. So how's this currently doing then? HellCore MP5. Right now this is pushing up to about, there you go, $4. What price did you sell for again? I don't remember. But if I were to take a look at the sales history, yep, that's reaching a brand new all-time high. I know some of you might sit there and say, but that's its highest price. Now that's like the first hour where someone lists one after it's abnormal borders and whatnot, and then someone buys it for some reason, you should probably disregard the first like day and only look at it from here. So yeah, I would sit here and say we have reached a brand new all-time high price as of recent, but again, even that started to cool off. And let me guess, did people start unloading stock? Not so bad, but you can still see like there's some, like some of them starting to bunch up and whatnot. But yeah, even that's starting to improve. If people can't afford one thing, they'll look for a nice alternative, and I do believe HellCore is a nice alternative in comparison to Heatseeker. Oh, there you go, Whiteout Hoodie on the front page. How you doing, good sir? Is everything all right? Is everything doing splendid? You'd imagine when lots of people are playing, they want to get all the nice camouflage pay-to-win skins. Right now, this hoodie is sitting here at $25. Is that its all-time high price? I don't think so. Are we matching close to post-Christmas this year? Last year, well, technically the most recent post-Christmas. Post-Christmas was better, but we're very close to it. And as you notice, we've had the dips, the rises, the other dip, and then another rise. So it could steadily keep on rising. As I said, quite a decent amount of skins last year did happen to reach their peaks around the end of August. Well, let's go ahead and look at last year then. I've got Whiteout Hoodie here. It's been here for years and years and years. Let's specifically look. So this actually peaks actually around here. And funny enough, that's September. Yeah. What? Yeah, no. So quite literally the end. Now you might sit here and say this is the peak. I sit here and say maybe that's the peak. 59 sales. Wow. But yeah, I guess a lot of people turned up for September 4th swipe, then disappeared. So older skins, you have a lot to learn from. In fact, if I go over to here, look at that. 2024. It peaks halfway through August. So as much as you can sit here and try and figure out a pattern or a plan or an idea, I will sit here and say, nah, it's chaotic. Just look and see how things are currently and then make a decision. If I bought that for cheap, I'd probably just sell it now. If I can afford to not sell it right now, I'd just wait until post-Christmas. Post-Christmas is usually a little bit better. I would sit there and say that post-Christmas tends to be a little bit better. Yeah. So, all right then, cool. So, if you can afford to wait, maybe that might be the smartest choice. So, January 2027, perhaps. Yeah, we'll see. Just use it for now. Just appreciate it. But then again, you might sit there and say, but Hedge, hold on a second. Didn't you say if you sell now, wait till October time and buy it again, you could potentially pick it up for a cheaper price and still have some change? Well, you know what? You are right. You are right. So, back again. Look at last year, see how that dropped and see how that rose. And, you know, let's go back for the past 2 years. So, yeah, August 2024, it goes from about, what, $11 down to about $9, which, to be honest with you, isn't that crazy, is it? But if you sold here and then bought here, you probably would have some change. Then, you know, post-Christmas goes up. Anyway, summer last year, this is at around, with tax, if you know what I'm saying, around $19, $20. Yeah. It dips and goes all the way down to about $15. And then it shot all the way up to 25 during post-Christmas. So yeah, you know what? I'll say it. Maybe you could sell right about now. Buy early. Week 1, October 2026. Wait out to post-Christmas, sell again. Buy again during Easter dip, you know. You're starting to notice a pattern here. You're starting to notice the routine. You can try and play that game. I can't guarantee it's going to be super successful all the time, but you can try that out. Pay to win, camouflage, all skins that give you an advantage. They're always sought after. They're always in demand. So, it's in your hands. You've got to look around. You've got to make some decisions, don't you? Alright, cool. So, I think we've shown off a lot of examples. I think we've shown off what could be quite a lot of positive things. And I'm sorry it went on for quite some time. It was a bit rambly. But, you know, if I got something good to talk about, I'll be talking, okay? I'll be yapping. So I enjoyed my time. I hope you did too. So, yep. In short, in conclusion, start looking at all the skins you have in your inventories. Make use of very useful information, such as what you see here on SCMM's market cap page. Get a good look at that right here. Look and see just by searching in the filter section here. So if I go to Heatseeker again, Heatseeker, take a short second, there you go. Look and see in the past 30 days, is the skin doing very nicely? Has it been performing? If it's had a very good past 30 days, that would usually be a good indicator that, you know what, I should probably go ahead and start trying to sell some of these skins. If you want to. And inevitably, we are going to see the prices drop off real bad around October time. September, October, November, the autumn-fall seasonal dip. Maybe try and sell your skins right now whilst they're doing good. With the prices inevitably dropping during October, try and buy them back again. And then again, you can sell them again during January 2027, post-Christmas, if you want to. There you go. That's if you want to play the game. That's if you want to play the game. So that's your silly little conclusion. You never know what also might appear in the workshop. You also might not know what potentially could be appearing in future Rust stores. Keep an eye out. Spikes in demand, spikes in price are very, very, very good. Do not neglect interesting skins you might see in Rust stores, because you never know what you might have right there in front of you could probably turn into a very, very nice investment if all the right things appear after it, if all the stars align. I'm just saying, right? And when you're trying to sell your skins, don't be foolish, don't be dumb. Try and be smarter about it. Unloading all of your stock at the same time can only lead to problems and issues. Alright? Try and be a little bit smarter. Try and sell them in small batches. There's no major rush. But if other people start doing it, just try and walk around that and, yeah. Sorry. But other people will still probably be dumping. Don't take part. Do not get involved with them. Just try and get the best profits you can at a reasonable pace. There you go. Alright, so you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to sit there and say, Hedge, I'm going to obey every command. No, it's fine. But I'm just offering advice, alright? Just offering advice. So that's me done. I'll now be hopping back over to keeping an eye on all the skins on the workshop. I'm seeing some very, very, very nice looking skins. As you can see right here on my micro522.com, I know a lot of people are not bothered. They really don't want to be bothered to set up their own followed authors list and whatnot. Just use micro522.com. If you want to see all the brand new submissions, just click submitted once. There you go. I can see all the newest ones. Muerta AK. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, Gurin. Oh, wow, that looks nice. All right, cool. There you go. Gives you a nice little preview of the skins. If something catches your eye, just click it. There you go. Now you can take a look at it. And Cold Hunter Auto Turret. Again, just as we got the fancy or Global Warfare Auto Turret, which was cold, and the Ice Cold Auto Turret. You know what then? That might not sell that much. I mean, we'll see. But I'm happy to see more deplorables there. Alright, cool. So now we're starting to go on a bit of a side tangent here. Sorry. So yeah, we'll see how things progress. We'll see how things go. But inevitably, good times don't last forever, right? Inevitably, there'll be bad times. But bad times don't last forever. In fact, life doesn't last forever. What are you doing indoors? Run outside. It's too hot. Whatever. Play Rust then. Play Rust. All right, cool. Right, but yeah, time's going quick. We're already close to Christmas. But that means profits. So I guess there's something to, be happy about. Presents and family. No. Profits. Yeah. All right, okay, cool. So thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you all later. See you, goodbye. I couldn't just leave it there, could I? I thought, you know what? Why not actually showcase some of these skins real quickly as a proper send-off? So, let's go all the way down over to here, and you'll instantly notice two very cool looking skins. Haha. But no, seriously, look at that. Cold Hunter Auto Turret and Popstar SKS. Very nice looking designs. Are you impressed with what you see? And of course, give it a good look at night time. You should know, though, that Cold Hunter skins don't glow in the dark. So, total darkness. Oh, and, you're not going to expect to see the Popstar glowing in the dark. Can confirm, no. This Berry's Fridge does. Only on, 3 of the sides. You'd know that by now if you've seen the previous skins that have been made so far. So, get a good look at that. Yes, we got ourselves a very nice looking Berry's Fridge. If you've seen the price of the Neon Berry's Fridge, you might want that. You probably are hoping to see that potentially being accepted. Now, at the current Rust store, we also happen to have some interesting bucket helmets being accepted. I'm in the water. Anyway, yes, we've been. What if I just zoom in? There you go. So we have been questioning, could that bucket helmet potentially to amount as an interesting investment? Well, if we still see cloven armor potentially being accepted, we could probably imagine it'll still spark on spark price. Said, ooh, what's that? we got ourselves some From Hell hoodie and pants, tactical gloves, and boots. Now, some of you are probably going to question, hey, does that glow in the dark? No, no glow. No glow. So, alright. I'm sure quite a lot of people are quite impressed with what they see. Could we potentially have a brand new, interesting clothing armor collection on the horizon? Would the bucket helmet in particular actually rise up in price? Especially considering it's not selling that much, but it's also priced at $3. So that'd be a discussion for the abnormal barders. Yes, it would. Now over to here, we've been seeing some very interesting sheet metal double doors. Gear mechanism has been quite successful. We've seen some pretty interesting skins being accepted so far. Give that a good look. Night time. Yep. A nice faint bit of glow all over. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate that. But of course, as we've mentioned, their smug aura mocks me. So yeah, we got Hazma sheet metal double door. You might recall there was actually like 2 other versions before this. There's more of like a charity approach, but with the most recent design, it happened to have the blue teddy bear that was never meant to be. So skin creator obviously thought, wow, let's just go back to it. And to be honest with you, I like it. I think a lot of people would want to buy it. I hope you invested into the armored door. I'm just going to say that, alright? So, we'll see. We'll see. Again, nighttime look. Looking very nice. And then over to here. It's actually been on a workshop for quite some time, but I like the Project Nova skins. I think they look cool. Do you agree? I'm looking forward to potentially either of these sheet metal doors being accepted. All of them are very good shouts. I'm sure a lot of people probably have their very own preferences. But it just goes to show there's a lot of interesting skins in the workshop right now. So, alright. We'll see what potentially gets accepted in the near future. The summer is looking bright and sunny. We went almost a whole hour with this video without making a mistake. Bright and sunny. Delightful. Wonderful. So, have fun selling your skins, getting that profit, and have fun looking forward to what other skins might potentially be accepted in upcoming Rust stores. I hope the video is reasonably straightforward. It's just about an hour long. People like the yapping, you know? They like the yapping. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of you probably picked up on certain things and learned how to approach other things. So blah, 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 yappy, yap. We get the idea. Let's go home. So thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. And feel free to comment below. What skin are you hoping to see potentially being accepted in that upcoming Rust store? Catch you later. Saying goodbye.